Okay, we are live, ladies. We just want to take a second and welcome everyone to our Google Hangout training tonight. We're going to be discussing the 2016 conference details and then how to provide customer service to your loyal customers and keep your customer retention rate high. So I just wanted to take a second and let each of these ladies introduce themselves and say how long they've been with the company and what their professions are, if they don't mind. Shar, would you start, please?
Sorry, I was muted. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey guys, Double Diamond, Charlene Young, and I am a school teacher. Been teaching for 13 years, and I've been with It Works for 1 year now.
Wonderful. Thank you, Shar. We'll go to Karen next.
Hi guys, I'm Karen Dempsey. I am a diamond with It Works, and I have almost been in the company for a year, and I am a school teacher.
Wonderful. Thank you. Lots of teachers. Alrighty, and then Brittany.
Hi guys, my name is Brittany Perkins, and I am a double diamond. I've been in the company just a little bit over a year. It was a year last month, and I am a dental office manager.
Wonderful. All right. And okay, so I'm Victoria Stern. I used to be a school teacher. I'm a diamond with It Works, and I've been with the company a little over 2 years now, and I get to stay at home with my son. So I'm just going to double check that this is working really quick. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, so we're going to start first with the 2016 conference. That's one is just the title for those of you that maybe haven't heard. So I want to talk first about the importance of conference. Why should you go? You keep hearing everybody say you need to get to conference, but maybe you're not really sure why. If you're not, for our team in our closed chat, I know there are some videos that lots of us have posted about why you should go to conference and our personal experiences. But we're also going to share some stuff here tonight in a little more detail. I just wanted to share that I joined It Works in 2013, and I didn't attend conference in 2014, which was a mistake. I claimed I didn't have the money, even though we really did. I just wanted to spend it on other things. So in 2015, I had a 1-month-old baby, my first child, and I left him. He was actually exactly a month old because we left. The conference was the 14th, 15th, and 16th, and he turned a month old on the 14th. So that was really hard, but I went, and I'm very, very glad that I did. I was never really serious about my business until I attended conference, and I got to see so many people, so many different types of people share their stories, and just really motivated me, and it was inspiring. And so, we got back, and I just worked my business like crazy and earned some awesome bonuses, and, now it's allowed me to be at home with him and make money while doing it. So I'm going to go just kind of in order here. Shar, do you want to go ahead and share why you think people should attend conference?
Okay, well, the 3 girls that you see, Karen and Brittany and I, were the 3 that went together. We all joined last fall in September and October, and at first we decided we weren't going because we had just started our business and we hadn't really got anywhere and we hadn't really made any money. We didn't really know what we were doing yet, so we missed the early bird sale, which was a bummer. Missed the free wraps. I wish that we would have just went ahead and did it, because if you're a new distributor now, if you buy in the first 10 days, then you get the early bird sale. No matter, it's $1.99 within your first 10 days. So if you're new, then you need to buy it because you're going to want to go. It will change your business forever. My business boomed after we went. We took out and we drove like 13 hours straight on a Wednesday night. We got there, super excited. We registered. We got in our hotel. Then we went back for the opening night, and we probably didn't sleep for over 40 hours. We were exhausted, but it was so worth it. And we got to see amazing things. We got to hear amazing stories. We could relate to the people on stage because we were just like them, which was pretty incredible. So I think at that point we realized we can really do this. And the three of us have stuck together for over a year. Here we are, double diamonds and diamond in a small town. So I definitely think you need to get there because we can tell you how it makes us feel, but you can't really feel it unless you're there. So don't be sitting at home in 4 months while we're there having fun and you're sitting watching on Facebook, because you're going to be hoping or wishing that you were with us for sure.
Absolutely. Thank you. Great point. Okay, Karen, we'll let you go and just share maybe your experience with conferences and why you feel that it's important that people should go.
I'm just going to kind of add off of what Shar said. Like she said, we spent many hours driving. We didn't get the early bird special. I actually slept on an air mattress at this nice hotel that we stayed at because we waited that long. But we also wanted to make it cheaper for us to be able to go. We packed crackers and fruit and all kinds of things to help, that expense. But until you see those people on stage that are just like you, there were so many teachers that were up on that stage that are now millionaires and retired and have the time freedom. And that is something that I want. I want to be home and be able to go and volunteer with my kids at school and just be a mom. I mean, I'm a mom now, but, I'm a teacher too, so it takes so much out of you. And after I went to conference, I went as a distributor, and in June I went diamond, and my life has changed just so tremendously. I've made so many friendships that I will have for a lifetime, and just personally I have changed in the way I think and the way I act and how I look at others. So when people say you need to get to the conference, we can tell you that it has changed us, but until you see what it's like and to be with 14,000 people that they thank God for the reason that they are there, it's just unbelievable what we've seen.
Thank you. That was great. Okay, and Brittany.
Hi. Yeah, I'm going to kind of feed off there too, since we all kind of went to our very first conference and everything together. It is just, we can tell you the stories and everything that we heard, but we can't tell you in their tone of voice or their excitement that they told on stage. And you hear so many, it's almost that there is one that you can relate to, and it just really hits home to you like, okay, these people are real people. I can do this. We got it. So, it is very important. I mean, we had just started. We had no idea what we were doing, but I went as a distributor. I had one person under me, which was Karen, and I was like, I remember looking at a Ruby chart and just thinking, how do people get 5 people under them? Like, I just don't understand that. Like, that's 5. And, and that was the middle of January. And then the end of April, I went diamond. And then in the end of June, I went double diamond. So it just really changes your business, puts a whole new outlook. It's just something you do not want to miss.
Yeah, and you needed way more than 5 to go double, correct?
Well, a few more than that, yes.
You definitely surpassed that.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Yeah, they are 100% right. Until you can actually hear someone tell their story that you relate to, I remember my first conference, I was like them. Like, I signed up in the fall of 13, and in 14 I watched everything on Facebook, and my mom was texting me stuff and telling me, oh my gosh, you got to hear these stories, but it never really hit home. But when I went there, some lady, I have no idea who she is, but she talked to all the moms out there who felt guilty for leaving their kids, and I was one of them, and maybe you three did as well. But being a new mom, I felt super guilty. And so, just all those hormone imbalances and everything going crazy. Anyways, I was just an emotional wreck. But she said, like, you're spending 50 hours away from them now so that you can spend that 50 hours with them later. I have no idea who she was, but I want to thank her because she is the reason my business is where it is today. If I wouldn't have gone, I wouldn't have heard her, and I wouldn't be where I'm at. So those ladies are 100% right when it comes to that. Get to conference. There is a way. So leading into cost, people are like, well, I can't afford it. Well, you have a business, and this business gives you money. And so with that money, you can purchase your stuff to go to conference. Shar had mentioned that we have the early bird ticket right now. You have that until the 23rd of this month, okay? The early bird price is $199 for your ticket. And that might seem expensive to you, but for all the training you're getting and the speakers and just the amazing experience that you're going to get, it is worth it. You're going to get, a Thursday night session. You're going to get a full day Friday and a full day Saturday. And I mean full day. And there's a party in there too. So that's just kind of fun. And then, if you buy it after that early bird date, it goes up to $299. But the plus with the early bird is that you'll get the 3 wrap rewards. And so those of you that might be new and don't know what a wrap reward is, that's where the company allows you to purchase a box of 4 wraps, so one box with 4 wraps in it, for $25. You're going to get 3 of those. You're going to sell each box at $100, so that's $300 cash in your pocket. So you've paid for your ticket if you did that early bird, okay? Plus you got a little extra. They do offer a payment plan for people that don't have the $199 right now or don't have a credit card to put it on. You could do the payment plan, and that is $68 a month. It ends up being $204 just because you're opting to do a payment plan, which is no big deal. It's $68 in October, $68 in November, and $68 in December. Once you've paid that final payment, then they will give you those 3 wrap rewards. Oh, and I'm forgetting, you get a $100 value goodie bag. I don't know what's in it, but it's always something really good. Let's see, what else is on my list here, guys? I apologize. Oh, with those wrap rewards, once you purchase them for $25 a piece, you're going to make a profit of $225 from those sales. And then, that's going to pay for your ticket and a little bit of food. Your hotel is going to be split at least between 4 people, yourself and then 3 others. Or if you did a suite between 6 people, that's what we did last year, and it was super cheap. We had people sleeping on pull-out beds, and we could have really probably fit 10 people in there. Just like Karen said, she slept on a blow-up mattress. You do what you have to do to make it affordable. And then, you can carpool or you can fly. I flew last year. These ladies chose to drive. It's really whatever you can afford. And if your team is not carpooling, there are other people you can carpool with that you will know, sidelines or even uplines or downlines. There's all kinds of people that you can ride with, and that's the fun of it. You're out of your comfort zone and you're making new friends, which is what this business is about. So I think all in all, I totaled it up with flying, and you're looking at about in between $500 and $600, and that's with ticket at early bird price, your room, your flight, and then your food. Obviously, if you choose to shop at the store, that's an added expense on your part, and that's fine. You can, but you're not required to. So then you're going to just want to add that in. There's really not a lot of time to eat, so like they said, they took snacks. Saturday, you might go out for a team dinner, but otherwise take ProFit, like protein bars, Luna bars, Cliff bars, granola bars, anything that you can kind of munch on. So I'm going to let these ladies kind of talk about or add anything on costs that they might have, or how maybe they broke it down last year and made it as affordable as possible. Because obviously they made that commitment and they got there and they drove. That's a long drive. So I'll go with, we'll let Brittany. Brittany, would you do you have anything that you'd like to add?
Yeah, that was we decided not to fly just because, like we had said, we had waited and then we had to pay a little bit extra for the regular ticket, and we weren't, making as much money as we wanted and stuff at that time because we were just getting started. And we drove, and that was just something where we could split gas, crackers and stuff on the way down. We could have stopped and stayed at an extra hotel room and broke it up and stuff, but we didn't. We just drove all the way. And yeah, we did not spend much money on food and stuff. I would say I don't even remember how much we spent, but pizzas and stuff. At the end, if we ordered pizza and we all split that or something. But other than that, we really narrowed it down for us to go. Whatever we had to do, we were going to do.
Absolutely. Thank you. Karen, would you like to share or add anything to that?
Just, as far as the food and stuff and your upline, at one point our upline bought pizza for us one day. So, sometimes your upline even buys food for you because they're so excited that you are there. I took a cup and I filled my water up. I didn't buy drinks because I just took my cup and just kept filling up the water to, make it cheaper for us. But it is very doable. It's what you set your mind to. And if you want this as bad as we didn't really know exactly why they kept telling us this, but we were like, it must be really important, or they wouldn't keep telling us, you've got to get here. So we did what we had to do, and it was amazing.
Yeah, I like that idea about a water bottle. So can you just elaborate for people that think that's a really good idea and want to do that? Did you take like a Travis or something that kept it cold? What did you take exactly? Because I think that's a great idea. It saves you from having to buy a $5 bottle of water. That adds up.
Right. I actually just had a bottle of water that I had bought from the store, and I just kept my bottle and kept just adding water to it. On top of, I took my greens, so that was, something to kind of fill that up. As far as, not wanting as much food because I drank my greens every day. So I did bring some juice with me, and then my greens. Other than that, we had crackers and we brought fruit and vegetables and, just things to snack on because you're right. There's not a lot of time that you sit down and eat. You are so excited and so much is going on that you just have to take something on the go with you. And believe me, you don't want to eat because it's just amazing.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, Shar, do you have anything that you would like to add in regards to cost or maybe ways that they can make it cheaper for themselves?
I think the girls pretty much said it all. Just, get a cooler, buy some things that's going to keep, and the whole water bottle thing, if last year if you didn't bring one, we actually got one in our gift bag, so that was kind of nice. We got a nice one. And they have these water containers in the back of the conference, so you could get up anytime you wanted to and refill your bottle with water. So they had it for us for free. That was very nice for them to do that. So we drove last year, but we are choosing to fly this year. If it wasn't for It Works and putting on my dream board an airplane, I probably wouldn't have had my first flight this year. So I flew to Green Carpet, and it was amazing. And I got to stay in Emery Island for a week. So that was a pretty incredible, and the flight took like an hour and 45 minutes from Kentucky to Tampa. So an hour and 45 minutes versus 13 hours on the road. There's no comparison for us. So we're going to spend a little extra money this year, and we're going to fly down on the Thursday morning and fly back out on Sunday. We're going to share cab fare getting from the airport to the convention center. We've already booked rooms. We've already bought our tickets. I mean, we're so excited. Like, I wish it was this weekend. 4 months is going to be a long time to wait, but we're excited to go, and this year we're going to fly. So if you're afraid of flying, believe me, you're not too old to start, because I'm 36. It was my first time. So look, there's always good prices. I mean, you can hunt around. If you're afraid of flying, fly with your team, everybody together. Rent a bus if you have to drive down if you want to, but flying is what's going to happen for us this year, so I'm excited for that.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I know. It's funny because I thought about driving this year because so many of my team's like, oh, let's drive. And I'm like, it would really be cheaper. But, I may fly. I'm not for sure yet. But you're right, that goodie bag. We got some awesome stuff last year. So we got like a leather-bound pad folio. This all came with the price of your ticket along with that training. Like, you don't understand what a steal you're getting. Like a fancy silver It Works pen. I think, did they give us a bag? Okay, yeah, they did. Okay, a bag. They gave us like 10 things of greens, which is awesome because if you do drink at that party, you really need them the next day. Or if you stay up late and talk to your team, you need some energy. Let's see. That water bottle, and it had like a fancy sleeve on it, which is really cool. I think it was supposed to hold a cell phone. I mean, all kinds of stuff, guys. If I forgot anything, please chime in. So all that plus a training for your price of your ticket, it can't be beat. You can make it as cheap as possible. I know that hotel cost was a little bit of concern for some people. So, like I looked around and there were places very close that you could call and you could reserve a room, and then you collect your money from your people that are staying with you, and then you pay when you get there. So you didn't have to come up with that money out of pocket right away. So that's always an option as well. That's something we did last year because we didn't have the money or a credit card to put the hotel on. So there's that tip as well. Anybody have anything else before we transition into loyal customer retention? No? Okay, awesome. We're making good time. Okay, so this is something that I think we really need to talk about. You sign loyal customers, but then maybe you're just not sure what to do, or you're supposed to provide customer service, but you're really not sure because no one's ever explained it to you or given you tips on what you could do. So we're going to give you lots and lots of tips, so take notes. The first thing is that once you sign a loyal customer, you want to put a welcome packet in the mail, okay? So in my welcome packet, I have a letter that I put, and that letter has their customer ID number written on it and their password. And so if you've made the password up for them, like if I'm doing it over Facebook or something, I make the password up. I just write that on there, write it down, don't forget the password. Or, if they've signed up online, then you can just put password whatever you chose in that blank, and hopefully they'll remember. If not, they could do forgot password. And then I also put my contact information on there, cell phone, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, however you want them to contact you, email. And then you could also include, I do a sample of the greens, and then now I will do a sample of the wow as well. You're not required to put samples in there if you're just getting started and don't have it. In the beginning, I didn't, guys. Really until I went diamond, I didn't have money for that. So that's kind of what I do with my welcome packets. Would you ladies like to share? We'll start with Karen. If you do anything different or if you do something similar for a welcome packet for your customers?
I pretty much do the same thing. I also message them or call them if they don't have Facebook, just to make sure that they did receive everything and that they are satisfied. But I do the same exact thing as what you were saying as far as a welcome packet.
Awesome. Shar, do you do anything different? Do you have anything to add?
I do exactly what you do as well. Lindsay and Mark had a great template that they had sent me. Lindsay and Mark Stockdale. I'm sure y'all know who they are. Anyway, they sent us a printout of what they send their loyal customers. So I use the exact one they do. And on the bottom, it has a place for username and password. And then I do a Blitz card in there or a business card. I have both. So just depending on if I think that customer would like to have a wrap party, if that's something we had talked about previously, I'll kind of throw that in there, especially if they're not a wrap customer, if that's not what they've signed up to purchase. And then I always make sure and message them. I'll give it a couple weeks. I'll check to see if their order's been shipped, and then I'll give them a quick call or a message and make sure they got their product and kind of ask, do they have any questions on how to use it properly, because we all know with our products, consistency is key. We have these people that buy these products and then they say they don't work. Well, it's because they're not using them correctly. So I try to educate them on how to use the product, so we have that conversation pretty quick when they get their products.
Awesome. Thank you. And Brittany, do you have anything you'd like to share or add?
Yeah. I pretty much do what you all do. And then, I always kind of use Fridays as kind of like a follow-up Friday. I kind of go in and see. I actually like write down. I have something where like the date that they signed. So on the 8th. And for that week, I will text the customers that are coming up just to kind of remind them of, do y'all need anything? Or I'll look, see if they have perk points. If they turned it off and maybe I did not know, like, hey, if they turned it off the day after their last one shipped, then their perk points are almost about to be expired because it's be within that 30 days. So, I just remind them that they have that and that it's free money. And, then even though they have turned off their auto shipment or something, they use those perk points. And I just always remind them of new products. Yeah. LCs not ordering, or new LCs I have not ordered in a year, or something that, I just send them a little something every time we have a new product or a special.
Yeah, absolutely. I think those are all great. Yeah, that form, you can find it in Freedom Wrappers in the Files tab. I use something different. Shannon Eves gave me hers. I just use that one because that's what I use. You can use the one in Freedom Wrappers. It's a good guideline. You could, a good template. You could change it up if you want. Just make sure that you're sending out that welcome packet. And then, let's see. I'm just going to check my notes here. Yeah, absolutely. You need to message them in a week, or whenever the product is expected to ship. Look and see, did they do like overnight shipping? Do they really want this right away, or did they do standard? It doesn't matter, but you want to make sure that they got their products, and if they have any questions, especially if they did order wraps, if you haven't provided them with how to wrap, they're going to slap it on, backwards, and they're not going to drink any water, and they're going to say, this stuff doesn't work. Well, yeah, you didn't do it right. You have to educate them, like Shar said. So just you're always teaching them. And, if you have any questions about that, there's a video you can send them on how to wrap. There's instructions you can print off and put in that welcome packet. I believe there is a template for that in Freedom Wrappers. If not, contact me. I've got one, or I'm sure these ladies have one as well, or your upline, Diamond. And then I was going to say something else, and I lost my train of thought. Sorry. If you're not friends with them on Facebook, add them on Facebook, become their friend, because they might only think that you have that one product that they signed up for. They might not have a clue of what else you have to offer, and so obviously they're going to see your Facebook post. But then in turn, some people do a closed group on Facebook of just their customers, and they post in there weekly, like maybe a motivational quote or a health tip or a healthy recipe, or highlight a product for that week. Do any of you ladies do the closed group? Shar, do you have a closed group, or do you know anyone that's had success with that?
I personally do not have a closed group, but we have some girls on our team that do, and I'm part of that group, so I see when they post, and they are loyal customer magnets. I think that it brought in quite a bit of business for them. So that's something I haven't done yet. It's on my list to do. So I think I'm going to give that one a try for sure. Something else I wanted to add real quick is when I have a loyal customer, I'll put them in my phone, and maybe they're a potential or maybe they're loyal. But in front, and I learned this at conference last year, so you get all these great tips from these people that's high in the company that does this and knows what they're doing. I can't even remember her name, but I can see her face. She says to put LC in front of their name or PLC. The same with your DTs, PDT or DT, so that when you go through your phone contacts, you already have it right there, and you just go down each one on Friday or whenever your follow-up day is, and you message each of them, and you can see when's the last time you talked, what products did you talk about, what questions may they have had at the time, and that's been real big for me, and I mean, that's what I did tonight, and it takes 5 minutes. I mean, it takes no time at all. It's all right there in my phone, so definitely a huge tip that I took from conference that I love.
Yes, I remember that actually. So thank you for sharing that because I had forgotten about that. You do learn so much. Sometimes if you don't write it all down, you forget. Okay, Karen, do you have anything that you'd like to add or mention about maybe the closed group or anything?
I do not have a closed group, but that is something that I really have seen it work for some of my other team members. But something else that you can do is a monthly newsletter. If you have their email addresses, if you do a lot of events, usually you have their email, even if it is a potential, and you can send it that way as well. If they won't accept your friendship on Facebook, you can always just send them a newsletter through email. So that would be the only thing I really have to add, but it does help to have a newsletter each month and just, put in there if there's anything new coming out or if there's any specials. I know it takes a little bit longer to do and a little bit longer for them to get than on Facebook, but some people don't have Facebook. Some of your older customers may not have a Facebook, so that's a way you can reach those as well.
Awesome. Thank you for that tip. And Brittany, do you have anything that you'd like to share?
Yeah, I don't personally have one of the closed groups, but both girls have said, it is something that some of my girls or team members do have, and I have seen it work very well for them. So it is something that I also need to get together and to do. But yeah, big thing is I always, even if I get customers from Instagram, I try to friend them on Facebook. Also, just because, mostly what's on Instagram is on Facebook, but sometimes it is a little bit different. And then it's just more of a personal connection to them, because then you can go and you can like their pictures of their kids or comment on something that they're posting, and it's just more of a personal relationship to continue with them.
Yeah, I love that, definitely. That's a great point. If you do sign a customer on Instagram, definitely add them to your Facebook. And I don't have a group yet either. I have a girl on my team who does have one, and it's rocking. I'm in there, so I do see when she posts. I think it's a great idea. I've just kind of been learning all of this social media stuff. It's kind of in that in-between age where I knew about social media, but I'm not this guru like my 21-year-old sister. So I'm learning, and that's something on my list as well. But yeah, monthly emails are great, or a newsletter. I used to, being the teacher, would type up like this big fancy newsletter. And I was talking to somebody the other day, and they're like, "You don't have to do that." I think it was actually Lindsay, and she was like, "We just send an email with a picture of a before and after of the product that we're talking about once a month." So it's really simple, and you don't have to mail anything out, so it's not costing you anything. It takes a little while to type it up, but then you just send it to them, blind copy, and send it to them. And then also sending in that monthly email, what I do is I highlight a product, but then I also put like with the WOW, since that's a new product, I put details like on how to order. So I walk them through, go to theitworks.com, log in with your information, and I put, if you've forgotten it, contact me and I'll help you find it. And then I just say, click on orders, click on this, and I tell them exactly where to go, add to their cart. And then I always put a little blurb in there that they should check to see if they have any perk points, because that's a perk, and you want them to be able to use that, and that's going to keep them ordering. I have a lady that's like when energy came out, she bought like 6 cases. I don't even know. I mean, she bought as many as she could, and all with perk points. So I think she had like $237 in perk points. Crazy, insane amount of perk points. So that's what I do in my monthly emails. And then I send once a quarter an email about the income. And the reason I do this is I think it's like 60 to 70% of people that are customers become a distributor. So I personally was a customer before I became a distributor. We were customers for a year, my husband and I. Brittany, were you a customer before you became a distributor? Or did you just jump on the money train?
Well, I was a customer, but let's see, so I signed up in 2014, but I was a customer in 2012.
Okay.
And totally different group.
Okay.
My other friends had started selling it, and we all went to her launch party. I became a customer. Unfortunately, she did not have a good upline. So, I was never followed up with. The next month it came again, and there was the skinny pack again, and I was like, whoa, what is this? And it was never explained well, and that's why I really try to explain stuff to my customers so they don't feel left out. Like, hey, I just wanted your money, now peace out and go. I don't want anybody to ever feel like that. So, after the third month, I was like, oh, I am done with this. I don't want to do this anymore. And they had asked me about the business part, and I was like, no, I don't want to do this. So, no is not always a no.
Yep.
It's not a right now, but it's all in the timing, and I think it's very important. Just customer service will eventually get you some of your customers as distributors.
Yeah, and you can definitely share firsthand because you did not have customer service, and obviously everything happens for a reason, and you're a blessing where you are now. But if that lady would have provided customer service to you, who only knows where you would be? You never know. So there is a reason she did not provide customer service, and I'm sure that they're blessed to have you. So. Oh, thank you for that. Karen, would you like to share anything else about that? Like, were you a loyal customer before you became a distributor, or did you just jump on? Or
I was a loyal customer for a split second, literally. It may have not even been a whole week. I'm not even for sure. I signed up with Britt, and I'm pretty sure it was the next week. We went on a field trip with our kids, and I said, I'm ready to do this with you. And she said, no, you're not. I just did this. I don't know what I'm doing yet. You're not ready to do this yet. So I was like, yeah, I do. We'll do this together. So, I think for a split second, I probably did not even get my first order before I became a distributor. So that's just,
She actually bought wrap.
I did.
Right.
I did. I bought a wrap and tried that and had great results because Brittany had just had a baby and had went down tremendously, and I was like, what in the world are you doing? Like, you went down tremendously. And she's like, it works. I'm like, what works? I need to know what this is. So she, brought me wraps, and we did them, and I had great results, and yeah, it was like a split second, literally.
Awesome story. Okay, Shar, what about you?
Well, what Brittany didn't say is that she was selling wraps a long time ago, back in 2012, because she sold 2 of them to me for $25 a piece and wrapped me. This is before she was a distributor. She bought wraps, and I was like, hey, I want to do that. So I went to her house, and she wrapped me. So I was never a loyal customer. Melissa Roby and I went to college together, and she had asked me if I would have a wrap party, and school had just started, and at the time I thought, Lord, there's no way I can do anything extra, so I told her no, and then she asked me, well, how about a virtual? And I had no clue what that was, what I was doing, but she walked me through it, and she was great. Brittany was one of the people that was on my virtual. I had 2 people. Melissa gave us all 3 a wrap, so she was very generous with her wraps. and ended up all three of the girls that she gave wraps to ended up becoming distributors. So she knew what she was doing. But I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. But then when I did a three-way call with Lindsay and Melissa, Lindsay kind of explained to me the business side more. And I was like, well, what do I do, girls? Do I become a loyal customer, or do I become a distributor? And they were like, well, that's really left up to you and what you want to do. Do you need extra money for your family? And I was thinking, heck yeah, I could use extra money. I knew the wraps worked, but I didn't know anything about the products other than the wrap. But it just so happened that next night, Pam Souter was going to be at Churchill Downs in Louisville at an OTOM. And I was asked, Lindsay's like, hey, if you're not doing anything on Thursday night, why don't you come to Louisville? And I'm thinking to myself, you've got to be crazy, because I'm a school teacher driving to Louisville by myself. Never done that. It was a school night. Why would I go and lay out all night long with people that I don't know? But I said yes, and I went. I don't know if you were there, Victoria. I can't remember if I met you at that OTOM last year, because it was probably a long drive for you.
I think we all met at conference.
Okay.
Well, where we met, even though I had no idea who you guys were, but I met you.
Well, I got to meet Stacy. I got to meet Pam, and I wasn't even a distributor, but I knew, and I hadn't seen Melissa in like over 10 years, 18 years maybe. It's crazy. But anyway, we were meant to be where we are. Nothing happens by accident, and Melissa and I, we have reconnected in this way, and it's been a blessing. She's been a blessing, but I'm rambling now. But anyway, distributor first. I signed up the next day, and I'm so glad that I spent that $99.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. And I had a thought that I was going to share. And I think I lost it. Yeah, it's gone. Okay. No, you're fine. You're fine. I was like, oh, I should write that down. And then I was like, no, I'm not going to write that down. I don't need to. Okay. Yearly, I send a paper catalog, like when they come out with the new ones. Typically, sorry, my cat's trying to knock my computer over. Sometimes they'll come out with some in the middle of the year if they roll out a new product, but most of the time, I just send it out in January to my customers, whether they're ordering or not. I just go through. And guys, if you have, this is my thought, it came to me. If you have distributors that are no longer working, your job is to provide customer service to them. They're still customers. Like, I still have customers under distributors that are still ordering. And, I've reached out to them, and they had no idea they had these perk points. They didn't know about the WOW. They didn't know about energy. I mean, so many products that they didn't know about. So, that's your job, because that's compressing up to you, and you're getting paid off of it still. So why would you not provide them with service? One, because we want to help them. Two, we want to let them know about the points that they might have and the free shipping and all of the perks, and they could be a potential distributor, but also because you are benefiting from it and your commission check. So that's the thought I wanted to share. And then, so yearly putting a catalog in the mail, it takes a little bit of time. You got to address the envelopes, and you got to pay for the postage. But I think that's definitely worth it. I'm a paper person. I still do a paper calendar and everything. So I like that in my hands. Do you, Shar, do you do anything like that? Or do you have any recommendations on that?
Actually, I send a catalog with my new loyals. So I guess a catalog that's out at the time. I send it in my welcome packet. And I know that the WOW obviously isn't in the new catalog, or the catalog that I have yet. So hopefully those will come out soon. And then the new energy packs, they're 24 packs still in the catalogs that I have. But I went ahead and sent those out to potential customers as well that I've talked to that maybe have won some samples of green. I actually had a drawing for WOW last week, so I sent out some WOW today to some people, and I threw some greens in. I threw in a blitz card. I put in a catalog. So always send a catalog with a loyal customer is what I do, or a potential. That's one something.
I think that's a really great tip. Thank you. I learned something new. Alrighty, we'll just go over here to Karen. Karen, do you want to share?
She pretty much covered what I do as well. I do drawings a lot, or I'll say, I'll take a picture of myself, with my catalogs and things laid out and say, sending out new catalogs and samples of greens. Is there anyone else that would like a book and a sample of greens? And sometimes I get people just off Facebook say, yeah, I want that, and they become loyal customers. So that's another good tip that you can try.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great tip. Thank you for sharing. Brittany, do you have anything that you would like to add?
I usually like Shar. I send it in when their welcome packet as a loyal customer. But no, I think maybe because after conference or something, when the new catalogs come out, usually when a new product is released, that maybe that I will probably start implementing that and doing just sending to existing customers and everything. That way I know at least some of the new products are in there that they did not get with their welcome packet.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, and if you wanted in the new year when you send that welcome packet, you could put a sample of greens in there. Even like if they've stopped ordering, put that in there or a sample of that wow. You know what? You could do that. You're not required, but it's definitely going to boost your volume. People like free stuff. So, and then, guys, something I've been doing, I got this tip from Shannon Eve. She's a double diamond. Is that whenever I enroll a new little customer, a couple days, like once I check on them, I just mention, I ask them if they'd be willing to host either an in-home party for me, a ladies' night, a Forever Young party, whatever you want to call it, or an online party for me. Some people aren't really fond of this, but I love this because if they say yes, they're going to get, for every person that becomes a customer at that party, they're going to get a box of wraps, a choice of a box of wraps, or a choice of those 35 perk points. And then if every person there wraps and they have at least 4 people, that's $100 cash in your pocket. So why wouldn't they? That's better than any hostess reward we could ever give. So I've had about 3 people that have jumped on that, and it's been great, and it's boosted my volume, and it's made some cash in my pocket. And with holidays coming, seriously, guys, you can seriously pay cash for Christmas. Karen, have you ever done that, or what's your thoughts? Do you have anything?
I have not, but that is a great idea. So I was actually writing it down there. So that is awesome. But that's a great tip. I really like that. This is awesome. But no, you hit it right on the nail there. I really like that idea.
Okay, awesome. Thanks. Brittany, do you have anything else? I think that's.
Yeah, no, I actually did that once. And I don't really know why I never did it again because I actually did get a loyal. They did a virtual party from it. And yeah, they just signed up under their landing page, and they got 35. I think they chose 35 perk points and got greens for free or something like that. For sitting at home. But then I got another loyal customer, so yeah, I think that's a good idea, and I really need to start doing that again.
Awesome, thank you. All right, and Shar, do you have anything else that you would like to add?
Well, I've got to confess, I was trying to take a picture to post for Facebook later that I was hanging out with my friends. So I missed the first of it. And I've been taking quite a few, and I'm like, oh, they're going to kill me. I can't post that one. Mouth open and everything. Yeah, no.
Please don't. Should we all smile?
But you were talking about the referral program. Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah, I said that Shannon Eve said she asked her loyals to host a party, and then they're going to get those box of wraps or those 35 perk points, but you're getting cash, from all your wrap sales at that party, and then you're getting more customers, which is boosting your volume.
That's an awesome idea. No, I have not tried that. I do try to book parties when I'm at a party. You know, that's the best way. You got people right in front of you. When you book a party, you get, you know, to wrap for free. So I like that idea. I'm gonna give that one a try.
Awesome.
Thanks
Yeah.
for sharing.
Oh, you're welcome. That's all that I have for this evening. If anyone else has anything else they'd like to mention real quick, just kind of put your hand up and I'll click on you so you can chat. No? We're good? Okay. Thank you, ladies. I appreciate your help. You did a wonderful job. I know for some of us this is our first time, so we were kind of nervous, and this is my first time hosting, so I was super nervous. So I'm really excited that these lovely ladies helped me. And yeah, hope you all have a great night, and we hope this video helped you.
Good night, everyone.